Dandy-Walker malformation detected during a dating scan in a 29-year-old primary gravidia at 26 weeks of gestation. This is a normal relationship between the vermis and the brain stem. This is the relationship in megacisterna magnum, in persistent Blakey's pouch cysts, in vermin hyperplasia, and in Dandy-Walker malformation. Now, relating the relationship between the vermis and the brainstem with this gorilla and his infant. This mother represents the brainstem, and the infant represents the vermis. Look at how tightly the infant is attached to the back of the mother. This is how the vermis is also attached to the brain stem. But in the case in question, which is Dandy-Walker malformation, there is a lifting and rotation of the infant up. So the vermis will be lifted and rotated as seen here. So before I play the video, it is important for me to stress that yes, the diagnosis of Dandy-Walker malformation was made here on axial plane, but the diagnosis of Dandy-Walker malformation cannot be confidently made without a mid-sagittal section. A mid-sagittal section is also important to rule out partial agenesis of the corpus callosum, which was also suspected in this case. Generally, if there is a communication between the fourth ventricle and the cisterna magnum, then one should suspect Dandy-Walker complex. And Dandy-Walker complex is made up of these three conditions: Blakey's pouch cyst, vermin hyperplasia, and Dandy-Walker malformation. In these situations, the fourth ventricle will communicate with the cisterna magnum. But in megacisterna magnum, there is no communication between the fourth ventricle and the cisterna magnum. Now let's look at the video. So here you can see the midline valves, the cavum septum pellucidum, and the dilated anterior horns of the lateral ventricle. Let's remember that Dandy-Walker syndrome and persistent Blakey's pouch can cause hydrocephalus, while megacisterna magna does not lead to hydrocephalus. Still showing dilated anterior horns of the lateral ventricle. You can see part of the third ventricle here, also slightly dilated. Then look at the communication between the fourth ventricle and the cisterna magna. And these are the three conditions that will give you this. Look at the stretched out vermis. See showing the cyst in the posterior fossa, dilated, lateral, ventricles, dangling choroid, and somewhat appearing like teardrop is a feature of partial agenesis of the corpus callosum. Here, not the bifid occipital meningocele. Because Dundy-Walker syndrome could be associated with midline facial defects, it's also important to closely assess the facial profile. Here you can see normal orbits, normal interorbital distance, teardrop ventricle, communication between the fourth ventricle and the cisterna magnum, now trying to assess the nose chin view. As you can see, the nostrils apparently normal, upper lip, lower lip, normal philtrum. So normal facial profile. See that? Normal facial profile. Now, in these still images, we can note the following. Dilated anterior horns of the lateral ventricle, teardrop lateral ventricle. We are seeing a dilated third ventricle in the preceding slide. Note the communication between the fourth ventricle and the cisterna magnum, the stretch out vermis, the bifid occipital meningocele, normal facial profile, and the normal interorbital distance. With these features, one can make a diagnosis of Dundy-Walker malformation with communicating hydrocephalus to rule out partial agenesis of the corpus callosum, which can be done on a mid-sagittal view. Now comparing the ultrasound image with the abortus, here you can see the bifid meningocele, bifid meningocele, another view, normal interorbital distance, normal facial profile, normal facial profile. It is often said that it is what the heart knows that the eye can see. So it's important for us to attend courses on a regular basis, watch as many online videos as possible, read guidelines from reputable bodies, go to latest journals, and don't forget to always seek for a second opinion when in doubt. Thank you very much for listening.